This is a pre-recorded session from The Real Wheel. The spins are recorded live and unedited, and the results are still random. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome to The Real Wheel. You've got me spinning again for the next 20 minutes, so without any further ado, we're going to set that timer off and running, and as you can see, we are spinning from 26, the hot number. So in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you have the hot numbers. You can see 26 there in pole position on 11 spins. So if you've never watched before, this is a Real Wheel. We do a real live roulette spins. The spins are all recorded live, unedited. The only difference is they're put up on YouTube for you to watch whenever you like. And the first result of this session is Sabotage number 17, a black, odd and low number, middle column, Orphan section of the wheel, middle dozen. It's 17. Next spin on the way. Now, you may have noticed that in the last session I was plugging the Patreon. I'm going to plug it again. Again, I want to stress, please do not feel obliged to chip in whatsoever. It's completely optional. You won't miss out on the main spins. If you chip in on the Patreon, though, there are tiers where you will get extra spins, but they're at the end of the session, so you won't have dodgy, uneven bits of wheel action. Number 9 is the next result. 9, red, odd, low in the Orphan section of the wheel. Third column, first dozen. So patrons will get an extra couple of sessions each week, recorded after all the main sessions have been done. So you will get the main chunk of spins with no gaps in them. However, patrons will get an extra chunk at the end. We're going to reset the wheel each Monday here at The Real Wheel. So the spin session will go Monday through to Sunday. And that is 32. 32 hadn't been seen in well over 100 spins. It's on its second appearance. Red, even and high for 32, middle column, third dozen in the Voisin. So now the number we are waiting for the longest is still number 16. It's not been out in 154 spins. After that, it's number 8, which hasn't been seen in 118 spins. The 32-35 split, of course, part of the Voisin de Zero placement. 35 in the Voisin once more, in the middle column. In the third dozen, a black odd high number, it's 35. And next door to the number we are looking for is 24. 24, quite warm in this session. A black, even high number, third column, middle dozen, part of the TR section. 24, you can see, has joined the very bottom of the hot numbers list. 5 spins for 24. And from 24 we go to another number that hadn't been out in over 100 spins, 34. 112 spins since we last saw that, 34, red, even and high, Orphan section of the wheel. Third dozen. First column. This is the part of the Real Wheel where I like, which I like the most I should say, where we really get to analyse the stats together. So what I will do is I will look at the stats I've got on my screen and I'll be able to tell you little bits of information about the spins as they happen. As we progress, as we get full completion, I'll be able to put more stats on screen. At the moment, we can just see the hot numbers, and we are in number 12. 12 only been out twice before this, so third time out for number 12 in the first dozen in the third column, a red even low number in the Voisin. So 12 on its third appearance in, how many spins have we done? 158 spins in this session. So it's around about this time we should expect to see full completion. Should definitely see it before 200, but of course I have no influence on where the ball falls. And we're in number 6 even and low for number 6, sticking in the first dozen third column in the Orphaland section this time, and 6 is a black number. So I'm recording this directly after the Wednesday session. This is the Thursday session. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday wherever you are. Hopefully the weather's cooled right down if you're in the United Kingdom or other parts of Western Europe. It was a scorcher, wasn't it, on Tuesday? I should know, the day I finally tested positive. And there's full completion, sweet 16. 16 red, an even number in the first column in the middle dozen, part of the TS section. So now we can get both the hot and the cold numbers on screen. So 16 full completion, spinning from 16 red. So the cold numbers, they're the ones we have seen the fewest over the course of the session. The hot numbers are the ones we've seen the most. So 26 on 11 spins, the hottest number. 8 and 16, the coldest numbers. And of course, it can all change. That is number 7, the nation's luckiest number. Red, odd and low for number 7, first column. First dozen. Wazan section. I call 7 the nation's luckiest number. It is here in the United Kingdom, but maybe you're from somewhere else. Is there a number that is considered lucky where you are? Here in the UK it is number 7. I know in some parts of the world it's number 8. I know some parts of the world hate the number 4. But enlighten me, let me know in the comments. What is your lucky number? It's always nice to do it twice. There's nothing sweeter than a repeater. First repeater of my day. 7 red, odd and low, first column, first dozen. Part of the Wazan section. Didn't do a single repeater or a 0 in the last session, so I'm glad to get my repeater game back on track. Every session I like to spin a repeater and I like to spin a 0. Didn't do either in the last session. And that is 16. Hadn't seen it at all, and now it's been out twice. 16 red, 16 even, 16 low. Middle dozen, first column, part of the TS section. 16 you can see meaning that we now have a distinct cold number in number 8. 8 only been out the once. Everything else at least twice. And number 4 is your next result. 4 hadn't been seen in 88 spins, but it's out again now. Red, no, not red at all, it's black. 4 is black, it's even, it's low, first column, first dozen of Wazan section. Next result on the way. And we're in number 7 again. Red odd low for number 7, first column, first dozen of Wazan section. So 7 is it hot enough to join the hot numbers? No, no it's not. It could be below 4 and 14 there on 5 spins. After this result I will double check for you. Number 6, very warm number in recent times. It's dropping off one end of the marquee to go on to the other. 6, black, even and low, in the first dozen, third column, part of the Orphaland section of the wheel. So let's check the stats for number 7, shall we? 7 has been out 10 times. I just couldn't see it. It's second hottest number. Goodness me. You're probably all shouting at me going, it's up there, it's up there. 13, we hadn't seen it in 110 spins, but it's out now. 13, black odd and low. First column, middle dozen, TS section. I'm not a fan of 13, and when I noticed that I'd messed something up, 13 reared its head. Take from that what you will. Tell you what, let's get the quiet numbers up on screen as well for you as we go into number 9. Number 9. Red, odd and low for number 9. Third column, first dozen, or phalanx section of the wheel. So the number we've been waiting for the longest is number 8. It's the coldest number and it's the quietest number, 132 spins since we last saw that. Number 15, not seen that in 92 spins, 91 spins for 27, 23 70 spins, 18 65 spins. 26 black, not to be usurped by that number 7, it's on its 12th appearance. Black 26, an even number, middle column, third dozen. High numbers in the Voisin. Bookending the marquee. Next result on the way. Sabotage 17, one of the colder numbers. 17 hadn't been out in quite a while, and now it's bookending the marquee. 17 black, an odd number, middle column, middle dozen. Orphaland section of the wheel, 17 black, a low number. 17 decooling itself, getting quite warm. Not enough to make it on the hot numbers list, I've double checked that before saying it this time. And that is the Snowman number 8. Only on its second appearance, over 130 spins since we last saw the even and low number 8. Middle column, first dozen, TR section. Black number 8. And the 8 disappeared with 8 minutes left on this session. This is the Thursday session here at the Real Wheel. You can see the playlist with all our spins. You can do that by clicking at the very end. There should be a link to the playlist. 25 red. 25 red odd and a high number in the third column. No, not the third column, third dozen. First column. Part of the Voisin. So our coldest numbers are 32 and 8, as well as 23 and 31 and 16, all on 2 spins. That is the number of love, 14. Middle column, middle dozen for 14 in the Orphaland section of the wheel. A red, even, and low number. Next result coming very, very soon. Do you like having the hot, cold and quiet numbers on screen? Let me know. Number 25. In the Voisin section for 25, a red odd high number in the first column and the third dozen. And that result is red number 1, odd and low for number 1, first column, first dozen, or phalanx section of the wheel. New result on the way. There we go, the display was bugging me ever so slightly, but I fixed it. And that resulting number of love, 14. Middle column, middle dozen, even and low. Part of the Orphaland section. Next result on the way. Chain of red numbers again happening at the moment. And 5 minutes left here together at the real wheel today. Huge and rouge, the 36 red, an even number, third column, third dozen, a high number in the tiers. As we wait for the drop-in of the next result, you can see 15 and 27 have both surpassed 100 spins since we last saw them. $30 red, 7th time out. Red 30, an even number, third column, third dozen, a high number in the tiers. Feel like I'm saying the tiers an awful lot at the moment. But looking at the marquee, that's a bit of a lie, isn't it? Sometimes you just latch onto an idea that something is hotter than it actually is. Because I think there are only 6 tiers on that marquee at a very quick glance. Well, there's another one, 24. Even and high, third column for 24 in the tiers section of the wheel. A black number in the middle dozen. It's 24. Number 8, the snowman. Even and low for number 8, middle column, first dozen, a black number in the tiers. Three times out for number 8, so it's now not joint coldest number. 32, 23, 31 and 16 are your cold numbers. 2 spins apiece, and then we've got a bunch of numbers on 3 spins. 31. Joining 8 in the 3-spin club. 31 black, an odd number in the Orphaland section of the wheel. It's in the first column, the third dozen. 31 black in the high numbers. Now, just to let you know, there may not be a Friday session. My time's recorded today here on Tuesday. I am not well. I am practically close to passing out here at the real wheel. So I'm not sure I'm going to have the stamina in me to record the Friday session. However, if I'm feeling better on Friday itself, there'll be a session out late on Friday. The Big Green Zero is the next result. 66 spins since we last saw the Big Green Zero, not in any of the answer chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section. So Friday session may be out late, depending on how much I've recovered. If not, I will try and do Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll reset the wheel on Monday and take it afresh. I'll probably record all 7 sessions in one day and then do the Patreon the following day. 24 black seems to be getting hot. 24 black, 7 times out for 24. It is getting very hot in recent times. A black, even and a high number, third column, in the second dozen part of the tiers. And we are in 19 red. 19, one of Alan's numbers in the Voisin section of the wheel. Second dozen, first column, odd and high for 19. Now this is your penultimate spin. I'm going to do one more spin after this. So one more spin after this spin. Will we get 15 or 27 hour numbers we've been waiting over 100 spins to see? We shall find out very, very soon. We are seeing number 30. Red, even and high, third column, third dozen. TS section, final spin. Final spin happening as I sit back down. My legs are feeling it today. 30 on 8 appearances, a very hot number. What is the final result going to be? It is black, number 20. Middle column, middle dozen for number 20. In the Orphaland section of the wheel, a high number. It's black, number 20. Thank you all so much for watching The Real Wheel. It has been a pleasure as always to spin for you. Apologies if I'm not at my finest form at the moment. I am still recovering from COVID, so thank you all so much for watching. If you do feel like supporting me on Patreon, go to patreon.com/therealwheel. Thank you all so much, and I shall see you all very, very soon.